Before Jesus' crucifixion, he said to his disciples, any of you that do not have sword, I mean physical sword, where did he take, go war that time? He said he should go and sell his coat and buy one. And then the disciples brought out swords and showed him physical swords and showed him and said, Master, is this one okay? He said, yes, this one is enough. And he gave them back to keep. In fact, it was out of that sword that Peter used to cut off the ear of one of the people that came to arrest him, the servant. And then Jesus said to him, keep it back. The killer of the sword will go by the sword. That's where no people use always to sweat, to dwell in. But there's nothing wrong in somebody that is a preacher protecting himself. Let me cite an example. And a preacher is just like a celebrity. It's like a big stars. And anything that happened to those people can happen to them. Don't forget there are enemies of the gospel. Okay, now let me use somebody like Lucky Dube, for example. Lucky was brutalized by nobodies because why? When they came to rob him, he has nothing to protect himself. So if you have the capacity to get something to protect yourself, there's nothing wrong. Where I am having issues is when somebody begin to give somebody sticker to put on his door, to put on his car, that if robbers came to rob him, the sticker will protect the person. That is foul. When you begin to say sticker for a protection, when you begin to tell people that you don't need to do anything to, for a security reason, that your God will protect you, it is wrong. But talking about Pastor Adefarati protecting himself with a gun, his master Jesus did it. I can only stand for the one I know I read in the Bible that is right. When it comes to one I know that is not right, Daddy Maxwell will never stand on that. So when we are criticizing, you are using someone like Daddy Freeze. What does Daddy Freeze know? Daddy Freeze is not a preacher of the gospel and he's not reading his Bibles. Because if he do read his Bible, some utterances I hear coming from his mouth would have not been coming out of his mouth. So he's not even a typical example. He's not somebody to emulate. But if he used the gun for a different purpose, let's assume he's using it to harass, extort from people, it would have been a different thing entirely. But this one, the guy is going with a cow as just like, in fact, the president of this nation who says, why are you protecting yourself? Anybody asking him that question is actually an entity that knows nothing. So, I won't start with my president on this one. But he said something. They should investigate to know whether the gun have license or not. That is their business. But where I'm talking about, the point I'm coming from is that the man has right to protect himself. Those who are selling stickers for people to protect themselves should rethink it. Because why? Gun and sticker are two different things. My name is Dadmason. I'm saying something.